Hey, this is Karen Elizabeth, and I want to share with you a little bit about the law of giving and receiving. In Wallace Wattles' chapter 17 of The Science of Getting Rich, he has his last chapter as a culmination of the full book. And what I've done is I've created an affirmation that engulfs or encompasses the meat of what he is suggesting we do and believe. And this is what it says. I am rich, and the riches I receive are in exact proportion to the definiteness of my vision, the fixity of my purpose, the steadfastness of my faith, and the depth of my gratitude. And I ask the question of myself when I say I am rich, and the riches I receive are in exact proportion to the definiteness of my vision. What am I saying? Number one, I must realize that there are riches to receive. There are riches all around us. And so, in order to receive riches, we must acknowledge that riches are around. And when we say that in receiving the riches are going to be in exact proportion to the definiteness of our vision, we must ask the question, what is our vision? And how will it be realized with these riches? Is part of the vision including being able to see the riches coming to us or me? Now, when I realized that the connection with the law of giving and receiving is involved here, I read this to myself and I wanted to share with you. It says, I promise to give the hope for joy, affluence, kindness, and love consciously with every encounter regardless of the brevity. So when I'm sitting and I'm envisioning the riches coming to me, I must also see and look at what it is that I am giving. Because in order to receive, we will see what we desire, and then our action steps are that we go ahead and give. So I will give the hope for these things. And so when we're sitting and we're envisioning what it is that we desire, we also must see ourselves as givers of hope, of joy, affluence, kindness, and love, consciously. And that means with recognition that we are doing it purposely for a reason. That's part of our vision and it's part of our action. And then the other part is that I promise to give without expectation of reciprocity from the channels I enrich, because I know that I am in the dynamic flow of giving and receiving. And so when we are in this giving mode, whether in our vision or in our action steps, knowing that in order to receive, we must give knowing that we're in this dynamic flow. We give without expectation of reciprocity. In other words, it may not come back directly to us from that in which we give, but it will come back to us in the marvelousness of the way that our universe works. And then we have two more promises that I want to share with you that are the dynamic, giving and receiving. Wherever I go, I bring a gift. Are you envisioning this when you're in your sit and you're seeing what your vision is and what your purpose is? Are you bringing gifts to people? I may bring a compliment, a prayer, a trinket, a flower. But I promise that I will give something to every person I encounter. I promise to be a grateful receiver of the gifts that surround me. And here is where in your vision you can do this as well. In your sit, be grateful, a grateful receiver for the gifts that surround you, whether you see them or not, right? They may be in nature. It says noticing nature, kindness, smiles, and compliments, which I gladly receive with a thank you. So be aware of this today. This is part of the process of envisioning and receiving and giving the dynamic flow that is yours in this 2016. Happy New Year. Be blessed always. This is Karen Elizabeth.